There's one man who scares the heck out of every last 80s bad guy out there. And no, it's not Columbo or Chuck Norris. Tom Selleck strikes fear in the hearts of the crustiest cronies and most dim-witted would-be criminal masterminds. Besides his still thriving television career, Selleck has appeared in films like 3 Men and a Baby and 3 Men and a Little Lady. And since 2010, Tom has co-starred as New York City Police Commissioner Frank Reagan in the hit cop procedural drama Blue Bloods. But regardless of how he's hyped as the manliest no-nonsense He-Man around, he's an old softie at heart, or at least that's how his wife, Jillie Mack, has described him. Join Facts Verse as we see what Selleck's wife had to reveal about her husband. Tom Selleck's storybook marriage to Jillie Mack. Tom Selleck has been acting in Hollywood for decades, and throughout his prolific career, he's had the support of his loving wife, Jillie Mack. He and his second wife have become quite the team since getting together in the mid-'80s. Many couples, especially in Tinseltown, struggle to make their relationships last for more than a few months, but these two have been going strong for more than 30 years. Tom and Jillie first met when she was starring in a West End production of the Andrew Lloyd Webber musical Cats in 1984. Jillie caught Tom's attention after he had divorced his first wife, Jacqueline Ray, to whom he was married from 1971 to 82. Reportedly, Selleck was blown away by Jillie's performance. His Lasseter co-star, Jane Seymour, recalls how he kept telling her how wonderful Cats was. Eventually, he was able to work up the courage and approach her backstage. Selleck told AARP in 2015 that Jillie looked pretty good in a leotard. After going out for a few cocktails, Tom and Jillie went on another date where they had dinner together, and the relationship blossomed from there. They continued to see each other often, and when Jillie's West End contract ended, she moved from the UK to be with her new lover. The couple got married August 7, 1987, in a surreptitious wedding ceremony near Lake Tahoe, in a town called Incline Village, Nevada. A year later, in December, Jillie gave birth to their first and only child together, Hannah. In addition to Hannah, Tom has a son, Kevin, who was born in 1966 while Tom was still with his ex-wife, Jacqueline. Around the same time Tom and Jillie welcomed their daughter into the world, Selleck was doing his best to find a balance between his demanding Hollywood career and his duties as a dad. He struggled to juggle his professional and personal responsibilities and eventually concluded he had to take a step back, at least temporarily, to shift his focus primarily on his family. Selleck told People magazine in 2012 that at the time, he was working 90 hours a week and was filming a movie in between any break he got. That's ultimately why he decided to quit Magnum PI to shift his attention to his wife and kids. As Tom and Jillie's children grew up, Tom eventually moved back into show business, appearing in shows and movies such as the Jesse Stone series, Las Vegas, and more recently, Blue Bloods. Even though he had his work cut out for him, Tom was never one to let his professional life come between his time with Jillie. In truth, he's constantly going out of his way to do sweet little things for the love of his life. Tom told Closer magazine in March of 2021 that he always gets up early to put on the hot water, so when Jillie gets up, her morning tea is already piping hot. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to Facts Verse if you haven't already. And keep watching to hear what Jillie Mack recently said about Tom. Jillie Mack's backstory. While Selleck was born in Detroit and raised in Sherman Oaks, California, Jillie hails from the United Kingdom and was born December 25, 1957 in Devizes, England. Like her mustachioed husband, Jillie was once also kind of a big deal in Hollywood. She's appeared in offerings like The Wizard, Silver Fox, Hooperman, Frasier, and Magnum PI. According to her IMDb page, her last acting credit was an episode of ER in 2002. Tom and Jillie have experienced their fair share of highs and lows. They've managed to overcome just about every marital woe under the sun because they consider each other true partners. Tom told ET in 2015 that what makes their relationship work so well is the fact that he and Jillie are friends as well as partners. And even though they've been together for so many years, it's clear he's still very much in love with her. He told the Hollywood news outlet Jillie still seems to light up a room whenever she's around. Jillie and Tom own a 65-acre ranch in Ventura, California, where they've lived for decades. This beautiful plot of land includes an ornate Spanish colonial-style house that features 8 bedrooms, horse stables and corrals, a heliport, swimming pool, tennis court, and even a 3-hole putting course. The couple's lone daughter, Hannah, chose not to follow in her acting parents' footsteps. Instead, she's become a gifted equestrian. She's also studying for her MBA. Because even though horses are her main passion, Tom has always been clear he wants her to have something to fall back on. Even so, he has no problem shelling out up to $300,000 for each horse. Jill says Tom is a softie at heart. When asked how he and Jillie's marriage and love life has changed over time, Selleck says he believes their love has only grown deeper. While the 76-year-old is still busy with his professional life and Jillie maintains her own personal life, they still make time for each other and don't let little things get between them. Tom told GQ in 2014 they even still sometimes get mixed up with remembering things, like whether their anniversary is on 8/8/88 or 8/7/88. Over time, they've both simplified their lives in many different ways, which has led to their relationship only becoming richer and more rewarding. Even though Tom freely admits the infatuation stage of any relationship eventually fades, in their case, that infatuation only grew into a more satisfying form of love. Clear and concise communication has been the key to keeping their relationship afloat. Jillie says that she and Tom never do anything without consulting each other first. And beyond that, they also set time to actually talk with each other face to face every day. While Tom clearly has a lot of gushingly beautiful things to say about his wife, Jillie, too, can't seem to say enough positive things about her husband of 34 years. Even though he's had his tough guy persona for many years, starring in all those crime dramas, she says that in his heart, he's just a softie. She adores the amount of care, consideration, and attention he directs her way and acknowledges the many ways he goes out of his way to make her smile. Now it's time to hear from you. Were you surprised to learn about how sentimental the man behind Thomas Magnum is in real life? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Facts First if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.